Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name's Emily and this is Ready Steady Sew. So today's video is going to be my February and March makes video. I have combined them because in February I only made one item, so I didn't think that was enough for a video by itself, so I thought I'd wait till the end of March and combine my makes together. I did make 4 things in March, so I've got 5 things to talk to you about today. Before I begin, I just want to say if I start squinting, it's because again I'm facing the window and it's just suddenly got really bright and sunny. This morning it was really grey and windy and wet and miserable and raining, and then just as I decided to start filming, it decides to go really sunny. I've got the curtains shut, but they're not the best curtains, so the light's still really bright through them, so I apologise if I'm squinting when I'm talking to you. And also just want to say a huge thank you to anyone who messaged me or commented on my post on my YouTube community tab, just explaining that last week I wasn't very well. Me and my partner both managed to catch COVID, and luckily our baby's fine, but we both got COVID, so I wasn't very well for a week or so. Didn't do any sewing, didn't do anything really, so there was no video last week. I wasn't able to film and I've done no sewing, so I had nothing to talk about. But thank you very much if you checked in on me, it's really much appreciated. So today I'm going to share with you what I made. Now they're not going to be in any particular order, but I will start with what I'm wearing because this was one of my March makes. You may have seen this if you follow me on Instagram, but this is Sew Over It's Ultimate t-shirt. I will pop a picture in here so you can see what it looks like properly. As you know, I'm a pattern insider for Sew Over It, so I was given advanced access to this pattern to make it up, so when it was released a few weeks ago, you could see on different body types, and it's a really great pattern. It comes in sizes 6 to 30 and it has 3 different neck options and 3 different sleeve options. I made the scoop neck, as you can see, and I did 3/4 length sleeves. They come just past my elbow. The sizes are 6 to 30. It comes in 2 size bands, so there's 6 to 20 and then 18 to 30. And the bust sizes for the 6 to 30 are 31 inches if you're a size 6 and up to a 57 inch for a size 30. And then the waist measurements are 24 for a size 6 and up to 50 inches for a size 30. I'm just looking down at my notebook, by the way, that's what I'm doing. So yeah, really huge size range there, really inclusive size range, which is really good. I'd say there are 3 neckband options, so you can have a crew neck, the scoop neck, which is what I made, or a V-neck, which I want to try next. And the sleeves come in short sleeve, 3/4 length sleeve and long sleeve. So there's lots of variety. You know, if you like the pattern, you don't even need this one t-shirt pattern. I think that's the idea of it. It's a really good pattern, really easy to sew. There's videos on their stitch score for attaching the V-neck if you're interested. But as I say, I made a size 18 scoop neck, 3/4 length sleeves. The fabric I used it's either a really lightweight French terry or it's a kind of heavy cotton jersey. I'm not quite sure which. It's a navy stripe with a bit of glitter running through it, if you can see on my sleeve, a bit of glitter running through it, and it has got a bit of a loop back on it, so but I'm not sure which it is, but it's really nice, really comfy. It's got enough stretch. I really like this t-shirt and I've had lots of positive comments on it, so thank you very much for that. Well, yeah, that is one of my makes that I made in March. The next thing I'm going to talk to you about is the only thing I managed to finish in February, and it was the Patina blouse. I'll again put pictures in as I'm talking to you, but this is it here. I'm not going to put it on because when I stand up, because of the shape of my room and everything, it doesn't look good. I can't really show you very well, but yeah, this is the Patina blouse. So the Patina blouse, I'm sure you've seen, is by Friday Pattern Company. It's been everywhere. It's a really popular pattern at the moment. It comes in sizes extra small to 7X, and that is from a 32 inch bust up to a 60 inch bust. Really good size range again, as Friday Pattern Company always is, and you can do either a long sleeve or a short sleeve. I made this short sleeve just because I think I'll get more wear out of it. I prefer short sleeve things. I made it in a lovely cotton that I got from Semi Sunshine. I bought it 2 or 3 years ago, and I think I bought it during lockdown, but I don't think there's any more left. If there is, I will link to it down below, but last time I checked, I don't think Harriet's got any more on our website. But it's a really nice pattern, really good sew. There wasn't anything too complicated on it. The collar went in really nicely, the sleeves went in. You do the sleeves on the flat, which is a bit different because obviously with woven tops you usually sew the sleeves in when you've done the side seam first, but on this one you put it on the flat like you would a jersey sleeve, which was an interesting detail. And there was a bit of gathering on the top of the sleeve as well to get it to fit. But no, I really enjoyed it. Burrito method for the yoke, yeah. It's collar stand and a collar, so it's a little bit more tricky than a bog standard top, but it is worth the time and effort, and I do think it's a really nice top. I've used the white Ethel and Joan buttons that came in a So Hailey Jane box. Gosh, when was it? A few months ago now. I've had them a while, and I've not known what to make with them, but I've used them on this. But yeah, I made an extra large, I think, and it fits me really nicely. I know some people say it came up quite big, but I was fine with it. I didn't mind it being a bit oversized. I prefer it to be oversized than small. But yeah, that is another one of my makes, and as I say, the only thing I actually finished in February. But it's a really nice sew, really nice blouse. I love the fabric, I love the cotton, and it was actually really nice to sew with cotton after having made a lot of viscose or jersey or other things. To just sew with cotton is so nice because it behaves itself and it presses nicely and it stays where it's supposed to. So yeah, I really enjoyed making this. It's a really nice sew. So that's my second make to share. That is my Patina blouse by Friday Pattern Company. So my next three makes are all things that I made for So Frugal. I made 2 outfits, but 3 items in altogether. So the first one I'm going to talk to you about is the Peppermint magazine loungewear set. Now, I didn't talk about this in my plans video because it was kind of a spur of the moment thing. I've wanted to make the loungewear set for quite a while, and I was inspired by Rowan from the Yorkshire Sew Girl, who has made a set in double gauze, and I think a lot of people have been inspired by that, and now everyone's making double gauze pyjama sets. And I've got to say, after having worn this a few times, it is the best thing I've ever made. And now every time I get some double gauze fabric, it is going to become pyjamas. It really is super comfy to wear in bed. I love it so much. It is a bit what's the word, crumpled, because I have worn it last night in bed. But this is the top. I've not got the shorts are in the wash, but this is the top. I made it in the blue butterfly print double gauze that came in a So Hailey Jane box. I think it was last year at some point. I absolutely love it. As I said, it's so comfy to wear, and this pattern was so quick and easy to sew up. It was made in association with Common Stitch, I believe, as well. Now, the sizing is size A to K, and that comes, they give the sizing in centimetres, but I've converted it to inches. So it's roughly a bust of 30 inches up to 48, waist of 24 inches up to 41 inches, and a hip of 34 inches up to 52 inches. But this set is really, really oversized. I mean, and my measurements put me in, I think it was size G, but I sized down, I made an E. So I made it, what's that, 3 sizes smaller, and I still could have made the top smaller even still. So yeah, so I made a size E. As I say, it's about 2 or 3 sizes smaller than my measurements, and it's still oversized, but it is really comfy to wear. I put in a little Rosie Cheats label, the Love Yourself Revolution, because I thought it'd go nice in some pyjamas. And as I say, it's really easy, simple to wear. The top is just literally the front and back piece and a facing, the neck facings. So that came together really, really quickly. The shorts were a little bit more complicated because you've got the pockets. It is actually a trouser, like a 3/4 length trouser set, but I didn't have enough fabric to make the trouser, so I just made the shorts instead. So yeah, it's a really simple make. It's got pockets. I'll put a line drawing of the pattern in here so you can see what I mean, but it's got the pockets which sew together really nicely, and it's really nice how I just have big pockets on my pyjamas. That means I can carry my phone up and downstairs or whatever else I need to put in my pockets while I carry my baby to bed. So yeah, I really like that. The only thing I didn't like was the method it gave you to construct the waistband. Now, it does also say in there that you can alternatively create a channel and insert the elastic into the channel, which if I made them again, that is what I would do. The method it gives you is to sew your elastic to the top of the pyjama bottoms and then fold it over and then sew it down. I found this so hard to do because when I stretch, you have to stretch it obviously to make it fit. When I did it, it wanted to sew backwards, it wanted to sew all over the place. It was horrible to do, the waistband. So my waistband on my shorts isn't brilliant because at the end it's just a case of get it done. It's doing my head in. I don't want to not finish it because I've done everything else because I didn't have any elastic, so I did hem them everything first, then I went back and did the waistband when I managed to get some waistband elastic for them. But yeah, I didn't enjoy attaching the waistband. As I say, it wanted to go backwards, it wanted to stay still, so it's not the best bit of sewing I've ever done. But next time I would definitely make a channel and then insert the elastic. I think it'll be a much easier and neater finish. But other than that, I really enjoyed making them. I love double gauze, I do. Now everything I make, and every time I get some double gauze, I'm going to make pyjamas because they are the best things ever. But yeah, that was one of my makes. Again, I will put a picture of them in here, and I'm really pleased with these. So yep, that was another one of my makes from March. So my final two items, again, were 3 patterns that I made for So Frugal. And if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen photos of me wearing this. And if you've watched my previous videos, you'll have seen me talk about it and show the progress I've made. And I made them together as an outfit, but I'll talk about them separately. But the photo I've got is of them together as an outfit. So I made the Sabina skirt by Little Pomegranate, and I'll pop a line drawing in here so you can see what it looks like. And I made the Etti camisole by Tammy Handmade, but I'll start with the Sabina skirt. So this is my completed skirt. I used, again, another So Hailey Jane fabric. I've done quite well this month with using up some of my So Hailey Jane fabric, so it's another tick on my make 9. So yeah, I used the So Hailey Jane viscose in the coral kind of leopard print, and the skirt is a really simple skirt. It's elasticated waist, as you can see. It's got 2 really big pockets at the front. Turn it around, that's the front. It's hard to tell where the front is. Yeah, 2 big, really big pockets, really deep pockets, which are French seam, which is quite a nice little detail to include. And then it has a ruffle on the bottom. And again, I really enjoyed making it, really enjoyed sewing this up. I made a size 20, I believe. Again, it's got a huge size range, really inclusive size range. Let me have a look at my notes. So it comes in sizes 6 to 34. And that is a waist of 25 inches up to 51 inches, and it has a hip of 34 inches up to 61 inches. So again, really big size range. It was really simple to sew up. I didn't really make any mistakes, having any issues with it. The only thing I've realised as I've looked is there's a couple of places where, for some reason, when I've sewn my skirt and waistband, there's like here you can see I've not cut the waistband, so I need to go back and do something with that. But that's the only thing. It wasn't really a problem at the time. I didn't realise I'd done it until afterwards. That's the only kind of mistake I think I've made. It's a really nice sew. I love doing the ruffle on the bottom. It's a kind of midi length, longer midi length, so it's a really nice length. And this is a really different colour for me. I don't tend to wear corals or reds. I've not got anything like this in my wardrobe. And also this skirt is very different from the kind of clothes I usually wear. I'm more of a jeans and t-shirt, or when I was skinnier, body contact dresses, you know, when I went out and stuff like that. So pencil skirts, bodysuits, that type of thing. So yeah, it's very different for me, but I really like it. So I'm hoping the weather picks up again so I can wear it a bit more. I've had a week of really nice weather in March. Yeah, we're in April now, in March. We had a week of nice weather and it's just gone really rubbish again. But I'm hoping we'll get some sunny weather so I can wear my new summer skirt. So that is my 4th item from March. So my 5th and final make was the Tammy Handmade Etti camisole, and this is it here. This was a really popular pattern for So Frugal. I know lots and lots of people have made it. I know Rachel from the French Seams made one, Rowan from Yorkshire Sew Girl made one, and I made mine in just a plain black crepe because I thought you can't go wrong with a plain black camisole top. It'll go with everything, including my skirt that I made. The main feature of this pattern is the scallop neck. Now I've saved this one till last because I've got lots to say about this pattern. Okay, it's a really nice pattern, but I made a load of mistakes when I was making it. I made lots of errors. I don't know about you, but I think it's because this was a simple pattern. It was a really easy thing to make, and I think in my head I knew that, and I thought that, and I was almost kind of rushing it because I thought, well, I know what I'm doing, it's dead easy, I can get this done. And because of that, I've made loads of mistakes. Whereas on my Merlin coat, for example, which is a more complex make, so far, other than the sleeve not matching up when I've sewn the sleeve top and bottom together, I've not made any mistakes yet on that so far. And I think it's because when it's a more complex make, a more involved make, I'm expecting that, so I'm prepared more and I concentrate more and I read the instructions more carefully. And you know, I think to myself, right, I want a really good job on this, so I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to take my time, do everything right, you know, tack things properly first, all that sort of stuff, which when I'm making something easy like a t-shirt or a sweatshirt or a camisole top, I'm sometimes a bit like, yeah, I can get this done, it'll be fine, no problem. Anyway, so this is the pattern. Let me tell you about the sizes. It comes in sizes 6 to 24, and that is a 31-inch bust up to a 49-inch bust. So yeah, really nice pattern, quite a big size range there. Now I've made the Ogden cami before. I made it a while ago, and I made the Ogden cami, and I remember it being really tight on my bust, and I hadn't been sewing that long when I made it, and I think I probably should have made a full bust adjustment. I don't usually have to do that, but I didn't do it. I didn't know how to do it, and I've never done a full bust adjustment. But I just remember the Ogden cami being really, really tight across my bust, and I didn't really wear it, and because of that, I've never been a huge lover of that pattern. I'm like the only person in the world who probably isn't a fan of the Ogden cami. But this one, I read it properly, and I read the sizes, and I looked at the finished garments, and there's a big amount of ease in the waist and hips, because it kind of flares out. If you look at the line drawing, it flares out. So plenty of ease there. So it's your bust measurement you really want to go off, and there's only an inch or two ease I think on the bust, and I thought I don't want it to be tight, so I cut out the size 24, which was probably a mistake because it was massive on me, and the seam allowance is 1/2 inch. So my first mistake was I misread that seam allowance as 1/2 centimetre. So when I sewed the scallops on the neck and attached the neck facings and the back facing, I only used 1/2 centimetre seam allowance, and I wasn't about to unpick all that. So they've only got 1/2 centimetre seam allowance. Now, the other thing you do, the first thing you do is you sew the straps, okay? And little thin straps are fiddly to turn through. I have got the loop turner set, 3 of these, 2 wooden ones, and then this metal one for turning through. And these are one of my favourite sewing tools, probably my favourite sewing tool ever. This is a godsend. So I use that to turn it through. But the problem being, with this being crepe, quite a delicate fabric, and that being metal, even though it's not sharp, it still kind of ends up, because trying to force the material through the tube, I still end up making holes. So my straps have actually got a couple of holes in. You can't really see them because it's black, but they have got holes in them where I've tried to turn them through. So that's the first mistake, but you know, that was fine. I've lived with that. I can sort it. As I say, then I got on to sewing the neckline. Now, I only used 1/2 centimetre seam allowance, which is tiny, and so initially my scallops weren't very noticeable, and I've seen some people's aren't, and that's fine, but I wanted my scallops to be noticeable. You know, for me, that's the main feature of this top. That's why you make this top before the neckline. So I went back, and it said in the pattern, actually, if it isn't if the scallops aren't very pronounced, you can go back and sew them. So what I did was I basically clipped into the V between each one, and then I kind of sewed further down, so to just make it a deeper V between each one, and that's worked really well actually. I've got one that's slightly pointy, which when I show you a picture of a neckline, I'll put that there. It's slightly annoying, but I can live with it, okay? Then what else did I do wrong? I think I sewed something from back to front at some point. I did manage to use one of my Paige Joanna Holy Stitch and made this label, so that was really nice to get that in there, because it's got quite a big back facing. I could sew that on. That worked well. I possibly did sew something back to front or the wrong side. I can't remember. Anyway, so then, because it was so big, then I tried it on me at this point when that was it. When I attached the straps, so you have to attach them facing down. Yeah, you have to attach them facing down, so then you can kind of flip them out and sew the front to the back. I attached them the wrong way, so they were sticking out. And I'm turning it around thinking, how am I going to get my facing to go through? That's because you're supposed to sew your straps facing downwards, so then you can then pull it through to make it make the straps attached to the back. So I had to unpick the straps and resew the straps in. That was it. And then, because it's so big, what I've done is I've French seamed it. And also, my overlocker isn't working. I don't know what's wrong with it, but it's not working. And I haven't got time to try and play about with it. And I knew this would fray, so I thought I'll French seam the sides, because it is quite a delicate fabric and it'll help it last longer. So I basically put it on, and I pinned it to myself what roughly the size I wanted it to be. And so then I just did French seams with roughly that amount. And then I hemmed it, and I did a double hem. It says in the pattern just do like a single turn up, but I did a double turn up because, again, my overlock isn't working. I didn't want the material to fray, so I double hemmed it, pressed it twice. And I'm really happy. I'm really happy with the end result. I really like it, and it is a great pattern. The mistakes were all totally my mistakes. They weren't the pattern's fault. The instructions were very clear. I just didn't read them properly, rushed ahead, and just didn't concentrate. So yeah, I am happy with the end result and I really like it. I'll put a picture in here if I haven't already. Yeah, but it's the Etti camisole by Tammy Handmade, which has been a very popular pattern. It's a really nice pattern, and I probably will make another one because I've got quite a lot of pretty viscoses that need using up. So yeah, it's a great pattern to, you know, to use up some bits of fabric. But yeah, that is all my makes that I made in February and March. So thank you very much for watching. Please let me know what your favourite was. Please let me know if you've made any of these patterns as well. And I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to give me a like and subscribe, and I will see you later. Bye.